Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jefferies, the present-day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. I want to talk about microcirculation in this episode, and the reason I want to is a couple of years ago, my mum was really cruel. She's since passed, and she was in the hospital, and they kind of did the she won't last the day thing. And I needed to ring my brothers and sisters, my family, and say, get to the hospital now. And I remember doing those phone calls, and I could feel a pulse in my ears, like my whole brain, everything was like, not a headache, like a solid circulatory system blood pulse. And I'm thinking, oh, that's not good. It's not normal and it's not good. And my blood pressure had gone through the roof. I have naturally very low blood pressure. I'm a Kappa body type. Everything just kind of chugs around my body. But my blood pressure really went stupid. And stupid, like you're in trouble kind of high. And totally out of the blue. And it was just literally the stress of the moment. And so we got through that episode with Mum, and I really decided to really concentrate on focusing not just on health in general, but on a couple of different body systems. Because I thought if that can come in at such a crucial point for me, I'm going to manage this. I'm going to come from a place of prevention. So microcirculation is really, really important. I've always been a big garlic eater, a big magnesium user. I do things and move and exercise and all those things to keep heart healthy. However, microcirculation is that little one that can just make you tip over the edge, and we can manage it with foods. And I'm not saying if doctors have said to you, you've got to take these drugs, take the drugs, okay? For me, it was an episode that came out of the blue. I'm not a high blood pressure person, but at that time, that amount of stress dealing with my mum was just too big for my body. So in this episode, I want to dig into how I've managed that since the last couple of years and how I keep my blood pressure healthy. So let's go. Okay, so microcirculation, it's kind of the final destination of the cardiovascular system. It's all the little fine capillaries, blood vessels, the arterioles, the venules, all of it, all the littlest kind of ones. And 70% of our total blood volume is actually in the veins at any time. 70%. So we know the cardiovascular system, delivers oxygen and nutrients to our cells. Boom. It's also moving waste products out of around our body. And the microcirculation, the little bits, have a really, really vital role in that. So that oxygen and nutrient delivery, the microcirculation is helping those nutrients and oxygen move between the surrounding tissues. Okay, so that's really important. When it comes to the waste products, it's kind of moving that carbon dioxide exchange that has to happen and metabolic byproducts. So that all has to happen. So the capillaries, they're really fine little ones. They collect the waste products from all the surrounding tissues in our body cells, and they're moving them back to the larger blood vessels to eventually be eliminated by kidneys and lungs and any of the organs that are responsible for waste disposal. Cool? So the little ones filter everything back to the big ones, so the bigger ones can get it to the right department, the right body system to move it out of our body. Done. So the microcirculation is also really important for tissue and body kind of health repair things. So if we haven't got enough good circulation, and like I said, I'm a Kappa body type in the Ayurvedic system, so everything just chugs around my body really slowly. And I eat lots of cinnamon, I eat lots of spices like chilies and things to keep my circulation moving around, because it just chugs really slow. And I want to make sure that my body is able to repair itself really well. So if we have a poor microcirculation, it can hinder any of those areas, okay? Whether it is moving waste, whether it is with tissue repair, we want to be able to have it all work properly. And it's super important for regulating blood pressure, which for me at that time, it just went, got to sort this out. So with the microcirculation, its ability to constrict and dilate, so kind of open and close, open and close and pump, is what gives us or affects our blood pressure. Now, proper microcirculation, it's helping to maintain a stable blood pressure levels so that blood's just moving around nice and evenly. And I want that. I want that. So after my blood pressure did spike that time with mum's stress or stress with mum, I went, okay, what foods can I really do? And what things can, because I was already doing lots of garlic. I was already doing the spices and things to help my circulation. But I thought, how else can I benefit this? And this is what I did. The bottom line is that nitric oxide has really important roles, including lowering our blood pressure, yes, improving our blood flow. That's all part of it. Remember, it's how everything kind of opens, closes, and pumps our blood flow, and also boosting our exercise performance. So if you are, doing some kind of exercise, obviously, good blood flow is going to enhance that. So I made it a system as part of my daily kind of life to bring more nitrate-rich vegetables into my diet. So what are they? They are things like celery, watercress, lettuce, but not just the iceberg lettuce. There's bugger all any good things in that. Real kind of lettuce. Because there's so many different kinds of ones. Beetroot. I am beetroot. It's not negotiable. Spinach. So the darker greens. Arugula or rocket, however you want to call it, and things like garlic, which I was already doing. So eating these foods, the nitrates convert to nitric oxide, which helps the heart perform better. That's it. Now, some people avoid those kind of foods because they fear that they can contribute to cancer, because there's been some interesting studies out there. Anyway, so it's not likely, because sodium nitrates that are commonly used as preservative, which is what they're thinking nitrates are the sodium nitrates, which are the cancer-causing yuckies. So the nitrates are the natural elements that are just found in the vegetables. So eating sodium nitrate, absolutely nasty cancer thing. Sodium nitrates are things like, they'll put them in preserved meats and things to make them look really red and meaty in a lot of preserved kind of animal products. So, you get a choice: eat a lettuce or eat a bloody salami. There's no there's no comparison. So the vegetables are great. They're going to help our heart health. Okay, beetroots and all those things, they're going to help our heart health. Where people think, nitrates, I hear the word, and this is where a little bit of information can go wrong. Nitrates, as in just in the plant, are excellent. Sodium nitrate, which is used like an enhancing yucky thing in preserved meats, is a nasty, absolutely cancer-causing. I wouldn't touch those kind of things. Full stop. I just wouldn't, because they can cause bowel cancer. And there's tons of studies around that stuff. So nitrates in vegetables, harmless, really boring, where nitrates in processed meats are super bloody nasty. That's the bottom line. Personally, I actually take a nitrate shot every day. It's a vegetable juice, okay? And I take it before I serve, because I know it's going to help my microcirculation. It's going to help me exercising. However, I really know that it's helping my heart and my blood pressure. And absolutely, my blood pressure is nice and healthy now. Manage that stress differently and brought more of those foods into my diet. So in the show notes, if you want to head to www.healthylifehacks.com.au, I'll put a link to exactly the little vegetable-y juice nitrate drink that I take every day. But the healthy life hack in general is just what if you brought some more of those foods into your diet, especially if there's a history of high blood pressure in your family and or your body is heading in those directions, and they're just good foods to have into your diet. Anyway, so head over to the show notes, check out that list of foods, and think about bringing them in for enhancing your microcirculation.
I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review, have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from, so that you always catch the next episode. I welcome your emails, and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.